Well, we finally made it. The first season of IFL is finally over. So how did we get here? Well, here you go. Oh boy, where do I even start with you guys? Your roster consisted of multiple LFG players, something other teams did not have, and you won 2 games. 2. Not to mention the fact that you had one of the worst point differentials in the league. It also doesn't help when half your team wants to leave you as well. Warrior, next time, don't light your Xbox light on fire, and maybe you'll help your team win games. It's not like your 2 wins were all that great either. Cincinnati's pretty much a glorified version of, well, you. Detroit, they fell off. We'll get into that here in a second. I just have one thing to say to you guys, Pitt. You guys better buckle up and get ready for Kansas City, or this will be a beating. Good luck, Pitt. You'll need it. Well, this team was the definition of disappointing. You started your season strong at 2-0 and looked like a scary team. Then you lost 3 in a row. How do you let this happen? They were the same teams as well. You let Kansas City put up 114 points on you. You guys got somewhat of a solid win over Cincinnati? I don't know. Not to mention the fact you have a worse point differential than Pitt. This team is just inconsistent. Well, you better be on for the playoffs, because if you aren't, you'll lose by 80 again. Also, congratulations, you officially are the only team to have a player suspended. Cincinnati, I have one question for you. How on earth do you have 4 staff members on your team and play like this? You lost your first game to Kansas City and then won the next 2. Solid way to start your season. Not to mention the fact that you didn't win either of your games against Kansas City. They own you. Neither game was close either. You lost by 24 and then by 50. You also failed to call a timeout with a second left against Detroit. You lost. You misspelled T-O. It's one of the most ridiculous ways to lose a game. You guys definitely have the talent to win it all. You just can't get in your own way like you did the whole season. If you put your heads down and lock in, you should be able to breeze past Detroit and go to the championship. Well, here you are. 7-1. The best team in the league. The only team with a positive point differential. You guys did your job and won your games. You got the 1 seed for the playoffs and played Pitt, which should be an easy win. Except there's one thing. How in the world did you lose 62-7 against Detroit? That's something we've all got in the back of our minds here. Pitt shows up to this game with all their players and plays their best. We could see a huge upset here. Although the likely scenario here is you'll get a free 2-game sweep and go to the championship. Just don't find a way to screw this up. You should be able to win this series pretty easily. Just can't stand in your own way.